PayPal and subscribe. And thank you. Catherine Swift is the president of the Association of Canadian Manufacturers and, what's the other one? Businesses. And she joins me right now. You've seen one show with her. At the end of that show, you were bringing up education and the gender baloney that's going on. But I mean, really, you deal and you represent manufacturers, businesses. Well, they care about education.
Oh, they care a lot about it. First of all, most of them are parents, and we all of us parents care about our kids and our kids doing well in the future. But also, it's a big economic issue for anybody in the economy. If we have a poorly educated next generation, especially in this day and age when robots are taking over a lot of the more, the lower skilled jobs, that'll damage our economy quite significantly. And businesses right now, I mean, even universities, we hear from university professors, kids are coming out of high school and finding they don't have literacy skills. They don't have basic stuff, not fancy stuff. They don't have basic skills that they should have learned in the public education system. They offer those as remedial programs in university now, which is absurd, obviously. So, and at the other end...
How did that happen to us?
Well,
how did we get into this?
I think we let the unions take over our schools, if you really want to know, and they do not enforce performance standards. They fight every little bit of performance standards that any government tries to apply. You never get rid of bad teachers. I remember when one of my sons was in with a horrible teacher, a bunch of our parents ganged up together and tried to get rid of her, and they finally just moved her to another school, so she was somebody else's problem. But you can't get rid of bad people. There's no performance in the schools, and these days, they're focusing on the social justice warrior stuff and the gender stuff way more than they're focusing on the literacy, the numeracy, the things that they should be teaching kids.
The Ontario government, for one, legislative minister is saying, I'm bringing back cursive writing and we are going to bring back some basics. But how did we get there where the schools are focusing on gender stuff and having drag queens coming in to read? And most parents, I agree with you, manufacturers, whoever, they don't want this going on. So how do we get these people in charge?
Well, I think the left has been very good at demonizing anybody that disagrees with them. And of course, their opinion is so far. I mean, look at our liberals today. I got along just fine with Paul Martin, Jean Chrétien, John Manley. They were liberals too. These guys aren't liberals. They're radical far leftists. And that has been injected into the schools by the unions and the teachers that are cowed by them. And most people don't want conflict, especially involving their children. So when somebody says to them, well, if you don't like this, you're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a transphobe, whatever, then they're going to shrink and do nothing about it. Look at this poor principal that got committed suicide recently.
Yeah. So, but your association then wants to have better education, back to basics, so they can have better employees.
Absolutely. Well, better employees, bosses. But also just a better society in general. You're not doing the kids any favors by not making them employable down the road. And also, we're all taxpayers, and we pay a lot for that education system.
Common sense, Catherine Swift. Thank you very much. 3 minutes. Liberties and freedom of speech are under attack in Canada like never before. So let's keep this discussion on the air. PayPal, write a check, and please include your address so I can write a thank you letter to you. And ask your friends, please subscribe. It's important to keep this on the air. And thank you.